welcome back to a brand new episode of Modify Weekly. So today it's not another modification, but it's going through everything that I've got. This is just all the parts. I'm literally 99% there with the parts. I'm only missing like 2 or 3 bits like that don't have to get, but one of the bits is a legit blow-off valve, because you can get boost surge and boost leaks and whatever. It can just affect the performance basically with that cheap one. The other things are gauges that I haven't got. I haven't got a boost gauge, so I want to get a boost gauge, oil temp and oil pressure gauge. They're the 3 main gauges that I want. Yeah, just them 3, because they're like the most important things, keeping an eye on your oil temperature, pressure, all that good stuff. And oh yeah, and a 4-bar map sensor. I haven't got one of them yet either, but that's all on the list. But this is the main, this is like everything, apart from them little bits. So you don't have to have a 4-bar map sensor if you plan on running under 10 psi of boost. The standard map sensor can cope with it fine up to 10 psi, but due to the log manifold, I'm going to be running at a higher psi because it's like choky and restrictive, or so. I don't fully understand it, but I'm going to be running at higher than 10 psi to get more power, something like that. So I've got to get a 4-bar map sensor. So yeah, we're just getting to everything I've got, all the additional upgrades I've got to replace some of the Chinesey bits, and yeah. Starting it off, I have opted for the oil sandwich plate. So basically, this goes behind your oil filter, then your oil filter screws onto the front. Then when the oil passes through the filter, it comes through these holes, and then it goes out of these. So this is a 3-port. So I'm gonna have one for my oil feed, pressurized. Then I'll have one for a oil pressure sensor, oil pressure gauge, so I can read what it is, because that's kind of like what you want to mainly keep an eye on, the oil pressure, because if it drops, you're basically gonna kill your K20. So yeah, and then one I might use for a oil cooler, don't know yet. But yeah, so I've opted for that. I have heard people saying not great stuff about sandwich plates, but if it don't leak, it don't leak. Just do it properly, like, yeah. So that's a sandwich plate. And then we've got the grams 1000cc injectors. These are beautiful. What a beautiful specimen they are. You need 1000cc or plus to be running like 300 plus brake horsepower. Then we've got the Honda K Pro ECU. I bought it second hand. This is the entire ECU from an EP3, and it's just got the K Pro inside. There's a K Pro V2, so it doesn't have Bluetooth or any of that good stuff. It's literally just, I don't even know what connector that is. I don't know if that's USB or not, but yeah. So if you have a K100 and you wanted to get a base map put on it, you'd have to send it off to your tuner and get them to put a base map on it for you. But with a K Pro, I messaged Jesse Halford and gave him the spec of what my car is going to be running, and he just emailed me a base map, so that I've just got to log into my email on a computer and just download that straight onto it. So that's pretty good. That's pretty decent, to be fair. And then we got the oil return AN10. I upgraded this from, ignore these, they're separate fittings that I got that didn't fit. But, right, so this is the oil return that came with it. It feels okay. But after watching Stu's videos and everything, I opted not to go for the Chinese return. So I opted to buy a nice AN10 line. I absolutely messed this end up, so I'm using this end, and we got Torx AN10 45-degree push fit fittings. These are ridiculously tight, so you know that it's not going to leak. I didn't need to have the Jubilees on there, but I put it there just for security. Yeah, so that won't leak. That will not leak. Then yeah, we've got the standard welding bung that comes with it, and the oil return fitting and the fitting that goes in it. All that good stuff. They'll be fine. That'll be absolutely fine. And then we've got the oil feed line. This is the Chinese feed line, but it's got crimp fittings on it, and it just feels really good quality. So I'm just gonna go with that. They even sent a letter with it saying that they have genuinely improved it because they know it leaked. It's from like function 7 or something. So feed, there's not really much to talk about. That just screws straight into the sandwich plate. That just screws straight onto the top of the turbo, onto there. So that's kind of it really. Not much to talk about with that. It doesn't need an inline filter because it's going through the sandwich plate. It's already going through the filter, then back out, and then that's where you're getting your feed from. So I'm not going to bother with an inline filter or none of that good stuff. Yeah, so that's the feed, return, on data, blah 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 blah. And then we have this is dense, you know, Chemzo, 340 litres per hour in tank fuel pump. A lot of people go for the Walbro 255, but honestly, this is 30 quid and it's sound. So I don't know why you wouldn't go for the Chemzo, to be honest. I did. Right, here we have the Chinese wastegate. It is really big, and it just feels like bit naff, to be fair. So I opted for a genuine Turbo Smart Ultragate 38mm. I'm gonna assume it has a 14 PSI spring in it because it came off a Toyota Starlet Glanza with a TD04. And TD04s run at quite high boost. Yeah, quite high and spool up really fast. So I'm going to assume that's got a 14 in it, but obviously before I put it on and all that, I'm going to test it up, put a pressurised line on it, see what it blows out at. And then if it's 14, I'll leave it at that, basically. And then obviously, we've got the Swaggerlicious turbo and the cheapo air filter. Cost me a tenner. Carbon effects, don't know. I just like the look of it, to be honest. Log manifold for the K20. Turbo sits up top. Wastegate on the bottom. I'm still pondering whether to weld the wastegate on fully. Just fully weld it on. Just around there, because these are notorious for loosening up and leaking. You're going to need some high temperature HT Honda Bond for when you're drilling and welding your return adapter on. I'm also putting a baffled sump in that I was meant to do on Friday, but I was lazy and couldn't be bothered. And I just got back from work and I was just knackered. Moving on, 3 inch, I think that's 2.5 inch off the turbo to 3 inch downpipe. Yep, and then yeah, 3 inch there. I have no idea why they do this, but it comes with a 2-bolt flange on it. So you've got to buy a cheeky 3 inch. Cool, mate, that's bloody massive. Well, it is what it is, isn't it? I bought a 3 inch, because that gets reduced there. I bought a 3 inch round one. I might need to buy another flange now. Then it comes with the Greddy style BOV. It's just a bit naff. It's type RZ. So the Greddy ones look sick, but this one looks naff. Just feels cheap. Doesn't feel great. So yeah, I'm just gonna opt for the genuine Greddy one because the boost pipe already has the Boss welded in. Sick. Giving me loads of choice there. Where am I at? Ah, here. So I've also opted for a Mac 3-port boost solenoid. So this allows you to run boost by gear. Because I want this setup, yeah, to be the safest possible setup. I don't want too much torque. I'll be happy. I'm happy with anything over 300 brake, yeah. Because I'm not running an LSD or nothing. I want to be able to put the power down, blah, blah, blah. So boost by gear. So that's the best way to put the power down. yeah, so then it just limits how much torque, how much horsepower you got through first, second, third, fourth. Yeah, so through first and second, you'll probably be running low boost. Then third gear will be your main pulling gear, and that's when you'll be off. About these titanium bolts for the exhaust manifold. They've got holes in the top so you can oh, what's it called? Nord lock them if you want to. Nord lock with the wire through them, all that good stuff. But these should hold up pretty well. Just see how they fit through there. I can't remember exactly what size they are. I think they're M. Yeah, they're good. They're brilliant. I think they're M10 or M12 at 1.5 or 1.25 pitch. I genuinely cannot remember. Yeah, then you've just got your silicone wires, silicone hoses for the wastegate, blow-off valve, boost gauge, all that stuff. I'm probably going to have to get quite a bit more 6mm, but the 8mm is for the wastegate. Yeah. Don't even look like there's that much to it. That's all of it, really. And yeah, you've got your little intercooler, 2.5-inch boost pipes. I'm going to see what the brackets are like. I might opt to upgrade them, but yeah. In reality, there isn't that much. Right here, not including the clutch, but obviously that's been installed already. It's come to about, well, it's come to just about $2,000, which I think is pretty good. That's all right, to be fair, because I'm gonna make this kit as safe as possible, like as good as possible, as safe as possible. The only things that are Chinese are the manifold, the intercooling piping is absolutely fine. Turbo, that's like the only real thing that can really go wrong. Everything else is genuine. It's gonna have a genuine bob, genuine wastegate. So what can go wrong? And them turbos are meant to be sound. Honestly, it's the wastegates that normally go poo-poo. That's really all there is to it. I'm literally so close to being able to start install it. Just got to crack the base map on the Honda, get the map sensor, get the BOV, get some gauges, then we're good. Because all of this will literally go on within like 2 days. I'm hoping 2 days and it'll be done, base mapped, and then we can just wait, be like a week or something to get it tuned. So I just want to have everything possible ready to all go in at the same time. So yeah, once I've got everything together, all the gauges, all everything, the map sensor, the BOV, all of that, it will all be going in at the same time, all at once, done, dusted. And 90% of these bits are off eBay. So our eBay and Facebook Marketplace. eBay, so many good bits on there. You just got to look. You got to know what to look for, like the Torx bits, the oil lines, all AN10, all that good stuff. Yeah. Then the BOV, I'm hoping to get one second hand, but if not, I'm just gonna buy a half decent one off eBay. So yeah, that has been all the bits you require to get the eBay turbo kit, all the upgraded bit. Oh, there's one thing I forgot. This little boy. You weld it into your boost pipe. I'm going to do it after the BOV, and it's just an intake air temperature sensor. Relocator, little welding boss.